Hello and welcome to Coffee Chats. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Sarah, and these are our 2015 reading goals.
So we both have 20 goals typed up on these beautiful charts that Sarah made, and the first 5 of ours happen to be the same, even though we didn't really plan it that way, but it's just how it worked out. Our first goal is to finish 5 series, which is pretty straightforward and probably very doable for the both of us.
The second goal for me is to read A Clash of Kings, and Morgan is going to try and read both A Clash of Kings and A Storm of Swords.
Yeah, I've already started on A Clash of Kings, so hopefully I will be able to make it through both of those brick-sized books during the year. The third goal for both of us is to read a book set in a different country.
The fourth is to read a poetry anthology, because neither one of us has read one of those all the way through.
Our fifth goal is to read a romance novel, and I think I speak for both of us when I say that we never read straight up romance. We read a lot of like fantasy or adventure books that have romance in them, but we rarely read books that are solely romance, so we're going to read one of those each this year.
My sixth goal is to read a book of Morgan's choosing.
And my sixth goal is to read a book of Sarah's choosing. My seventh goal is to read a collection of short stories.
And mine is to read one of the books that I got at the library sale.
My eighth goal is to read a nonfiction book, which will definitely be branching out for me, seeing as I never read those.
My eighth goal is to read a book that I have owned for 2 or more years, because I have a bad habit of buying books at thrift stores or used book sales and then never reading them.
My ninth goal is a goal that I kind of mentioned in our book haul video, and that is to read another book by Charles Dickens.
My ninth one is to read Pride and Prejudice, because I started it but never finished.
And my 10th goal is to read a classic that isn't the aforementioned Charles Dickens book.
Mine is to read a novel by Brandon Sanderson, because I've heard a lot of good things about him.
My 11th is to read a book that is over 500 pages.
My next 4 picks are all inspired by the campaign Reading Diverse Books. I looked on their recommendations and chose some of those categories. So my 11th is to read a novel about a protagonist who has a disability.
My number 12 is a book published this year.
My number 12 is a novel about a protagonist who has a mental illness.
My number 13 is an author's debut novel.
Mine is a multicultural novel.
14 for me is a book by someone under 30.
For me, 14 is an LGBT novel.
15 is a book by an author who uses a pseudonym.
15 is a Printz Award-winning novel.
16 is a Patrick Ness book.
Number 16 is a sci-fi novel.
My next one, number 17, is a book by Rainbow Rowell.
Me, 17 is a novel about reincarnation, because I think that's really interesting.
18 for me is an autobiography, and I think I already have one picked out for this one, and that is Orange is the New Black, because the author is coming to our school in March.
For number 18, I'd like to read a memoir. I'm thinking something by David Sedaris.
And my number 19 is a book that I can finish in a day.
My 19 is a historical fiction novel.
And my final one, number 20, is a book by Agatha Christie.
And for me, my number 20 is a novel by David Levithan. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to find us other places on the internet, you can look in the description.
We will see you guys soon. Bye!